but it's never a straight path. So up those stairs, you'll have a lot of bumps along the way. In fact, the next 60 days after the election, you're going to have to put on your trading shoes, I think, because I think there'll be different things that come out that will put everybody on the defensive, and then everybody get bullish. I mean, it's going to be almost like taking a temperature gauge and putting a blowtorch to it at times. Very volatile, and I think it's got to be that way until you know the players. And what I mean by the players, you got to look at who's going to be in these 69 cabinet positions. You got to
Mhm.
look at all the things that go into that plan of making the next year tough. Now, true, I think there's going to be a couple of surprises. It wouldn't surprise me if President Trump gets reelected for them to take employment taxes uh, that you pay and suspend those for a year to really give a boost. I think he'll be hammering about lowering interest rates, and I think that you got to put more money into the people of the United States' hands, and I think that's going to be good. And I like the fact that there's going to be waste, fraud, and abuse being focused on as a focal point. And it's just it ought to be sort of a real good foundational period over the next 12 months that everybody can start uh, seeing a lot of optimism. That's what I think.
Tom,
Okay.
a lot of times I hear you talk about putting your toe in the water for
Yeah.
jumping completely in. And like just listening to you right now, it seems like we're looking at a market that's going to have a lot of opportunities. Don't dive in too quick. Be ready, get your toe in the water, and find a way to extrapolate that toe and turn it into something big.
Right. Exactly. And this is, I think this will happen. Jerry says, what will happen if we're disappointed and Kamala wins? You got a real issue there because you got an economy that's on life support right now. And, you know, forget Trump being president or Kamala being president. It's the people that are going to be leading these agencies of the government. They have to be competent. And right now, the competence of a lot of these people that are in those roles is pretty bad. Transportation sucks. Uh, Energy sucks. There's just so many of these agencies are led by. How about our homeland security? That sucks. I mean, this is my opinion, and just I guess as a taxpayer, I want to make sure that people are doing a good job with the money that I pay in. Okay, and I think that's an issue.
Well,
So
I would say, Tom, just to kind of follow up on that, good or bad, whatever the outcome is, if you're paying attention to the right sectors, you can take advantage of the moves.
yeah, there's always. Let me just say this: there's always stocks that will go up, and there's stocks that will go down depending on where the money goes. Okay, and the money always follows whatever's at the top, and where the policies lead for that. The problem, there's some outcome when it's not a free letting the market dictate. Like for example, in the car industry right now, you're looking at a rerun. I don't know if y'all old enough to remember this. Remember Chrysler when it went bankrupt, and Ford and all these companies, and when they went break. Y'all remember that? I don't know if you remember that. And well, they missed the boat on they missed the boat on, if you look at it, they missed the boat on um, what the country wanted to buy, I guess, so to speak, and all. But that, those are considerations and everything, but that's just the way it is. So, you asked a question. I have to be honest and tell you what I think. But let's focus on the market. We got a lot of good things to talk about. We've had an unbelievable October. Okay, an unbelievable. Okay, and if you've been participating on what we've been doing, you would have to sit back there and think, man, I want more of that in November. I know I do. I want more of that in November. And we'll have it by following the process and doing what it takes to make money. Everybody agree? Now, how many of you want to take advantage of when the odds are really high? Let's just talk about that. When the odds are really high. In other words, if you got a chance of rolling a 7 or rolling 11, and you can slant it that way, that's the way you want to put money out there, right? Well, we're about to go in that period of time, and it happens less than 5 days from now. Okay? And it's called the election. You got to pay attention. You can't be blind to that. That's a big opportunity. You know what to do. Let the market dictate what to do. So, I'm ready. And before I do, let me get everybody, if you will, type in where you're from. That lets me know you're listening. There's Brian from Chicago, Ken from Denver, Clearwater, man, all over, Rochester, New York. We're well spread out there. I love it. I love it. San Francisco, Pearl, Road, New Mexico. Sue's from outer space. Silva's from Saskatchewan. Steve's from Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Hello, Steve. All right, join our Telegram. It's free. Today we held, let me give you, I'm gonna break some news. Today we had a live event. Anybody attend the live event we held in Telegram? I'm not Telegram, but in YouTube today. YouTube. Yep, pretty neat. Well, Friday we're going to do it again. Does everybody know what happens Friday morning? The unemployment report at 8:30. Write this down. Join YouTube and you'll get an invitation. That's the only way I do it. Go live at those key reports. I'll do it Friday morning, and we will be there. Today, we focused on the 2-pass rule, and you can go to Telegram and watch the tape. There's some great education there. 8:30 on Friday.
One thing on that too is one thing also on that is that you cannot get a text at that early in the morning from us. So you definitely want to join Telegram to also get that notification for the YouTube channel.
Okay, so we can't let him know that I'm gonna be there, right? Is what you're saying?
Via text, like text message, we can't. So like Telegram is their like best way to get a quick notification about it. So you want to join
or a
both.
reminder.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're not
Always
allowed
nice to learn something.
We're not allowed to send text between 11 a.m. and 7:30 p.m.
Say that again. 11 a.m.
No. Yeah, you're right. 11 a.m. and 7:30 p.m.
That's the only time you can send text.
Correct, about like joining something. As far as a trade, we can send text, but things outside of a trade, we can't.
Okay. And did everybody hear the breaking news on the 24-hour market? How they're going to start trading stocks? This might shake that rule up, Chuck or Adam. They're going to start trading stocks 22 hours a day. You only have 2 hours from non-trading in stocks. That'll be from 11:30 at night to 1:30. So, for example, if you got some news that comes out at 9 o'clock at night, you can go buy that stock. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, they're working on it right now. I don't know when they're going to announce implementation, but they'll do it pretty quick, I'm sure. Money in their pocket. At least by January, I would think. Okay. Thank you for being here. I'm going to get started. Now, risks involved in trading. We talk about that, okay? And past performance is not indicative of future results. But you got to do your due diligence, right? Now, for folks that don't know, if we got anybody new, type in, say, this is my first time tonight. I'm here. I'm a former Air Force officer. What's important about that is I learned to think strategically and tactically, and boy, does it pay by paying attention with our Sunday night planning all the way through. Okay? Former member of Chicago Mercantile Exchange, worked with students since 1996. Have 3 books, Winning the Day Trading Game. This is the book you got to get now. The Markets Never Sleep. I'm 20 years ahead of the New York Stock Exchange. Right there. Read that book. You'll learn all about what people are going to figure out. Trade to Win, the 3rd book. DTI will help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. And in my opinion, you can learn something out of every day. It builds over the years. What you learn, how you apply it, and how you use it, and taking your money, which is what you're trying to do, and managing your money very effectively. That's the goal. I made an announcement today. You know, we've been doing a lot of education over in futures. I made an announcement today. Starting next week, we're going to start application education in futures. I'm so excited about it. I can't talk anymore about it. If you got any questions about that, contact Barbara at DTI Trader or Andrak at DTI Trader and explain what I'm doing. Pretty fancy thing I'm doing. Okay? Boy, is that going to play into what everybody's doing too, in my opinion. 7 Sisters right now, we're at 21% on the S&P, 20% on the NASDAQ. Gold is stronger than garlic, up 35%. The leading horse of the year is gold. Now, you know, I thought that back on Valentine's Day when I said we're at the low of the year, and gold right now is up 35%. What do you think about that? Pretty good call, wasn't it? In fact, we bought a little stock called CDE at $4.19. I think it's around 7 right now. And if you listen on that, when I was adamant about that, you really need to pay attention and do it. As adamant as I was about that night, going back to Valentine's Day, I'm very adamant. What I'm going to talk about tonight, you got to be part of. My 10 tickers I put out this week, there they are. There's the prices. When the market goes higher in those prices, they become buys. And that is what you do. Every Sunday night, I give these to people. No charge, just showing up, you get it. Okay? No charge, you just get it. Right there. There's the numbers for the week. Now, let's talk about our program we call White House Waves. Why I believe it's the best opportunity in 4 years. I'm adamant about this. We'll kick off less than 5 days from now on Tuesday night, election night. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, profits and performance are not typical. They couldn't be. We make no future earning claims, and you may lose money. That's trading. Following presentation is based on our research and has the benefit of 2020 hindsight. Examples are hand-picked, and past performance does not guarantee future results. You should never risk more than you can afford to lose in trading. Common sense. See our terms on DTI homepage for more information. Now, a little known market occurrence that happens the morning after every presidential election. Now, does everybody know the date that we're going to have the presidential election? November 5th is the date. 11/5. Fred, you were first to get it. And it can tip off the direction of the stock market for the next 2 weeks. Those 14 days, just like I was right on goal back on Valentine's Day, you need to be with me for the next 14 days to pad in your nest. 14 days. Doesn't matter who wins, Republican and Democrat at the end of the day, whether it's a bull or bear, we're going to take advantage of it. After each and every presidential election, we see a 10 to 14 day wave of momentum. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. Let me show you. Strongest, most predictable trend in the entire market happens every 4 years. That's why I pay close attention. Once in every 4 years, it's an opportunity. You can ignore the polls, what they're saying, skip the election results, watch parties, all that. But for traders, you got to be there on the day of and the morning after. 2-week trading windfall. Here's your chance when the trend is confirmed on election night. Let's go back in a little history here. There's a chart from SPY back then, 2 weeks before the election, just a bunch of chop. Bears and bulls were hitting each other in the nose. Doesn't matter one bit because we know the date of the election, don't we? We know the date right now, 5 days before it happens, of the key kickoff time. Look what happened there. See that trend? Started and away we went. Taking advantage of that trend, I will give you 20 years of experience and the best I could to pick every high probability moment in that 2-week period. About 10% in 14 days. Look at what happened over the last 150 years. 9%, 100 years, 10.62, 50 years, 11 point. That's the average return. Here, those 14 days, that 10% happened. Totally predictable by watching the numbers. I did a lot of training today on how we're going to tell. If you were there for that free webinar I did this morning. Do another one on Friday. Right? It's not a one-time thing. It's how it works. Happens every single election cycle. Wait till election night. We'll meet. After results in, we'll piggyback what the stock market does over the next 10 to 14 days. Same thing happened the very next presidential election, 2000. Y'all remember this one? Bush Gore. Look what happened. Everybody notice that? Took out support. Clear as day. What do you think happened next? Bang. 14 days. I think it was like December 24th if they ever got that thing resolved. But look at what happened in the meantime, all that uncertainty. By dissecting what I've been studying for the last 40 years, that overnight market, the 24-hour market, you got a chance to take advantage of the strongest, most predictable trend that you'll ever see. Don't have to flip a coin. You know where the market goes next. Simply wait for Wall Street to show their hand. They will. And we get on for the ride. That White House way. They come without fail each and every 4 years. Like the one in 2004. Look at that one. Trend was very clear. Overnight hours, going into the next day, broke out. After results were in, off we went. 5.3 in a matter of days. Other stocks flew off the shelves. Exxon and BA raised higher, 10% on underlying and long. If you do that with options, 150% return on investment. This ought to be getting your attention. If you can spot the White House wave in 2008, trade before the election, drew some lousy trend lines like those, loaded up on long positions, hoping that trend would continue. What happened? Down we came. Market fell out of bed. Y'all remember what happened in 2008? I do. Guess what happened? (2008), there it is. Lower and lower we went. Lose the entire position. Now, anyone who waited for election night, overnight market activity, avoided some painful losses. Still have to get out all those longs. Maybe some extra cash as it dropped. 500% return on your risk. Like 1,000 turns into 5. Can anybody use 1,000 into 5? Let me just ask that question. Anybody use 1,000 into 5? Well, guess what, folks? As adamant as I was back on Valentine's Day about gold, I'm just as adamant about this opportunity. And the best part is, you don't have to predict anything. The market will tell you. Simply wait for the overnight pre-market data, which I study every day of the week. Not like I'm just showing up every 4 years. I've been studying this. I've got the data. I do it by hand. Are you seeing the power of what I'm talking about? Tell me yes. Give me that yes in the chat if you do. Fred, you're a fast typer. Look at it again. 2012. Bang, bang. Not much action. Sideways. Next day, big drop. What came next? Down we went. 5% market tumble. How about in 2016 when Trump was elected? They threw a curveball. I stayed up, and the first time in the history of my trading, I bought limit down. Why did I buy limit down? Because I could see the overseas markets turning even though America was limit down at midnight that night. It was down coming in there. Didn't matter at all. Going in the next day it turned. Clear-cut sign that a bullish wave was starting, and off we went like a deer. Woo! Or as we used to say in the South, like a scalded dog. And actually it looked eerily similar back in 222. Markets down. Up we went and took off a huge market rout. Let's look at the results year after year. This picture here, stop right now. Stop in your toe. If you got a phone, take a picture of this. It will remind you how important November 5th is going to be when you look at these slides. You know the start date and the close, those 14-day period. Every 4 years, it's here. Anyone that simply waits until election night to confirm a trend and trade the wave could have locked some pretty serious paydays. Again, doesn't matter who wins for this opportunity. Big option results. I'll give you my 5 best. I'll do that on election night. 12, down we went. Apple got hit even harder back then. Look at that, 128% in 9 days. Markets raced higher in 2020, led by Boeing going higher. Now, how can you take advantage of it? $1 million question, isn't it? Kicks off. Now, I've been doing this every cycle for many years at DTI. We founded the company in 1996, and we're still doing it without fail. These White House waves start to take shape on election night. We don't try to front run it. We don't gamble on outcome. We let the trades come to us. 2016 is a perfect example. Look at that. Dow futures hit limit down, meaning they sank 5% and could trade no lower, David. That's what it meant. The world was in turmoil with the outcome of the 2016. And then they started thinking about policies. And that's when it changed. And what a move it was. That White House wave took off. Up we went. Up we went. 284% from that low. Oh, that was a big trade. And even better, knowing the bullish sentiment following election night, also cashed in big on some other top stocks. JP Morgan, financials. Steel. We don't guess, we let the market tell us. You got to be on the right side of this trend. That's why it's so important. You got experience on your side. I'm that experience. 3 decades worth of doing this, and I'm adamant. I'm using that word adamant. Let me stop. Who heard me tonight? I told you gold was at the yearly low on Valentine's Day when we had that webinar. I said I was adamant we're at the low. Everybody said, how do you know? The same way I know that you got to be part of this. You'd be there with me. We have a live trade focus group I'll call Midnight Rider. On election night, it's the night owl, not the early bird who gets the worm. I'll be there with you to outline it. You can be invited to join me in real time. Here's how it'll work. Tuesday night at 8, we'll meet. I'll outline stocks I'm looking at. Tuesday morning at 10, after that first reference bar, RB3, we'll lay out our plan and start the execution. This is why I call Tuesday. Anybody ever heard me call Tuesday trade day? It's because of this. Remember, the White House wave has lasted more than a week or more, at least every election cycle since 1996. I'll coach you through it. Let's trade live together the morning after. Hopefully we'll know who the president is, because Wall Street will have already made up its mind on the outcome and the White House wave will have begun. Back in 2000, it went down. Didn't confirm it to December 12th. I said December 20th. You got the point. Cashing in on this move is what we're going to do. Right, Wade? That's exactly. And whatever the fallout this time around, we'll trade it live together the morning after election. It's there for us to evaluate, analyze, and execute. Now, I'll do 2 more live trading sessions in 2 weeks after the election. Keep you on track. November the 7th at 10:30, Monday, November the 11th at 10:30. All told, with the Midnight Rider, you have access to at least a minimum of 5 hours with me and the team. There's the time. Write these times down. Right there. We've got a plan. We're going to take advantage of this together. 5 out of 14 planned sessions. Let's capture back, moves and tell some stories. Old Lily took a hit today. Back then it took off. Look at that. T Look at it. Huge move out of nowhere. Citigroup won the pony with this massive move in 2 weeks. Now, time is very important to me. I pick and choose how I invest it each and every day, but I'm going to be focused on this. Not going anywhere, not doing anything. The White House ways are one of the most powerful trading forces that we can trade together. Over 5 hours of live time with me, plus the execution of all these great opportunities. Now, in the past, they paid a lot of money for this. It was worth every penny of it. This intensive live trading is there. Now, some of you probably were with me back then and paid that money. Still here today because you knew it was good. Like Carol, since she's been working with our team, she's met her financial goals, and she never thought she'd be able to do it, but she went through the hard effort. I'd call it learning and making it happen. Or Edwin, been with me over 13 years. He knows I know how to navigate volatility in the market. He said, if you're going to be successful, you're going to probably end up with me at the end of the day. And this is a lot faster way to get there with the Midnight Rider. Yeah, we could charge that, but we're not going to do it. Our research, our planning, and our plan is worth a lot of money. You got to be part of it. The weeks after elections are focus. I'm not going to charge $5,000 to join. I'm going to give you a 90% discount if you join me tonight. Let's cut to the chase. $497 for access to all 5 trading sessions, plus I will do some bonuses. There are a couple more things I want to do to make the decision a no-brainer for everyone in the room tonight. The White House ways are very powerful, and we're going to take advantage of it together. Take a picture of that slide. Have it. I don't care if Republican or Democrat. At the end of the day, we're here to analyze, interpret, and execute. Whether you're a first-timer or been around before. The 10, 14-day period is very important. That picture says it all. I'm adamant. That's the word of the night. Get involved. Now, we have a 3-branch guarantee. Branch 1, if you don't feel like I made you a better trader after this program, I'll refund every penny. That is branch number 1, better trader guarantee. You're going to be better. If you don't at least see 3 big winners out of this, we'll give you your membership money back. 3 winners guarantee. And then 100% satisfaction guarantee. There you have it. Now, I want it to be the best trading investment you can make, especially right now. So get involved. Give my team one clear instruction. Anyone that comes to all the live trading sessions with the Midnight Rider, takes it seriously, trades the White House way with us for those 2 weeks, and leaves the program even slightly less than 100% satisfied, instant refund for every penny they paid to join. That's how confident I am. You'll be happy. I'll be happy. And it kicks off Tuesday night. Don't hesitate. Become one of these limited members of the White House Way. Midnight Rider, $497. Reserve your seat. Click the link Adam dropped in here. $497 for 5 hours. It's the hottest ticket going. They're going to cut it off. I don't want you to be left out. You'll love the classes, live trade classes that we offer. And we got to process everyone and have everybody ready. That's why we have to do it and get people on board that want to be part of it. A lot goes into it. Only 270 people will get the opportunity. I don't know how many's taking it, but Take it tonight. Don't wait. 90% discount on the first 270. So don't delay. Only $497 for this training. DTI Trader, election night. One thing I want to cover. I hope you rush it over to dtitrader.com/midnight to join right this second. Don't hesitate. Once your order is set, don't close the package. I've authorized a special opportunity for all Midnight Rider students. Lex is going to create major waves in the stock market, and in this comes big stock moves, outsized gains during this time period. Get involved, and you can get in at a big discount to my 25-cent trader. We know which markets are likely to make major moves. And so we'll have like a little portfolio of those. Get involved. All the stuff has come together during this 14-day period. All price options. You know I can do it. We'll target Midnight Rider. Special price to anybody that joins tonight. So don't wait another second. How much money is needed? We target inexpensive options. I think 1,000, 2,000 to cover most of one unit. Do you need to be an option master trade? No. We'll walk you through everything you need to know together. That's why we have an orientation class already on the books. Will every trade be a winner? Of course not. Every trade's never a winner. We never guarantee winners, but I expect great setups. And remember, you're covered by the 3-branch guarantee. Speaking of which, how long does it last? I want you to come to all classes to trade with us, and we'll give you an extra week to claim your membership refund, but I doubt you'll want to. Now, what if there's volatility? Well, you'll love it. The whole point of trading elections is to take advantage of the big moves created by White House waves. You don't need a special brokerage account. Any broker will do. How many trades can you expect? Well, I'm not one to shy away from trading, as you know. Just look at this week. Only $497 for the 5 hours. Go to dtitrader.com/midnight. There it is, folks. Get involved. Become part of it. And let's do it together. The dates, I can tell you. One's on November the 5th. One's the next morning. Write this down, type it in there. November the 5th. The next morning, 10:30, is the second one. That'd be November the 6th. One on November the 7th. That's the first week. And then we'll give you the other two. But it's going to be more than that. I can tell you that right now. This kind of trend requires a lot of work. There it is, folks. Get joined. No, we'll be trading on election night. If there's a setup SP, you can do it not only in futures, but you can also do it in stocks. Certain stocks trade around the clock. Eight o'clock on Tuesday night, right there. November 5th.
Just to be clear on like election night, the plan is to come on at 8 p.m., see what's up, and then come on at 10 p.m. and see what's up. So then we'll be back the next morning, and then we have 2 sessions after that.
Yeah, 2 on that night. I was just counting that as 1. I'll do more than 5, even though that's the plan. That's the minimum expected. If I get something we can take advantage of, we're going to take advantage of it during this 14-day period. And I'll give you notice when it's going to be. Pretty exciting, isn't it? What do we got? We got tomorrow is Thursday, last day of the month, October 31st. And we got November 1st on Friday. 2nd and 3rd is the weekend. And then the 4th on that Monday, and then the 5th kicks this baby off. Wow.
Yeah, the elections are one of the funnest, most interesting and things to trade with you.
Well, I've been doing it enough years. I know what I'm doing.
Yep.
Midnight Rider. Yeah, Ken, I'm gonna do another orientation class. I've done one that I got in the can. They'll send you a night when you sign up. I'm gonna do another one, probably on that Monday is what I'm thinking. Okay, before
Yeah, I
the
was
election.
gonna mention it to you. I was hoping we could do a orientation on Monday at 10. If that's
I can't do
fine.
it at 10. I can do it at 10:30.
10:30 is fine.
So you got a bonus session already. Mary Alice, I think they posted the slides. And remember, take one of those spots. I don't know how many's left, but take it because once they tell me we did, Fred said I joined on the 23rd. All right, way to go, Fred. They just posted, Marianne, right above your name. You notice, let me just make a couple comments about the market. Did you notice DJT pull back today? Did y'all notice that? Robin, put your email and phone in there in case they did have an issue with your order. Put your email and everything. Yeah, we all did. We all sold it up there at the highs. That morning it went to 57. But that goes to show you that might be another opportunity come Monday during our orientation. I'll let you know. I had a bonus class in here. They made it. Yep. David, this is not a service. This is strictly a section that I'll be doing. The White House waves. Right, education, right, Fred. Well, folks, I'm gonna wrap it up. Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, I guess that's the way to do it, Dave. I'm not sure. Talk to Kelly Barber or Jeffrey Andracker. The market's a little weak. What I was going to say, the market's a little weak right now. That's not unusual prior to the big day. Okay? Not unusual at all for the market to go up, make a high like it did, and then start pulling back because you got uncertainty, uncertainty. Everybody's a lot of uncertain things. Okay? Market doesn't like uncertainty, so people start taking chips off the table. That's just a natural thing that happens in the market. All right, I'm going to wrap up. I will see everybody in the morning when I kick off my day. First in TNT, usually about 5 to 6 in the morning. Interesting time. Have some fun because I don't think it ever gets better than this. I'm adamant, folks, be part of this. Don't be left out. See everybody on the flip side. Thank you.